Actually, look at you, because you did. I just sat here and waited for the link to come.
I was like, all right, I think I know what I'm doing now.
Okay, good. And you know what? As soon as I updated it and opened it back up, why did I see go live together?
Of course. That's how I always
I said,
is. I'm
okay,
like,
I said, so
hopefully
that's what was missing.
I'll be able to change the thumbnail because it was like smile for your thumbnail, and I'm like, I just held it.
No, I think it lets you change everything, like even the title and everything. I think it lets you change all of that once we. My question now is, though, now that we're live, and so I'm assuming that we're not gonna be able to edit this, are we?
I don't think so.
Okay,
It's
we
giving, it's
we
giving,
live.
it's giving you live. We live, baby. Live.
Listen, y'all just got a rough intro. That's okay.
This
We
is
here
a rough.
now.
Right, we here. We're back and we're better.
Oh,
Okay.
listen, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the greatest collaboration since Oreo cookies and milk. Okay, the best collab there is.
Thank
I am
you.
Vania MicKelle, and this is.
I am Lauren, aka Low So Natural.
And we are here to talk about all things body care, all things smell good, all the things, all the things. Shout out to Lauren, because she literally just like reached out to me. I think she commented. She was like, "I'm gonna message you on IG because we should work together." And I was like, "Okay."
Right. I
And
was
then
like,
she said another. She's like, "I'm really gonna mess." What you say?
yeah, like let me reach out, but then I'm like, I don't want to be a weirdo. Uh, it be giving
Yes.
vibes, but I'm like, okay, no. I was like, if somebody has the same mentality as me, it's not going to be as creepy as it seems. Like, I'm gonna slide in your DMs.
No, and she definitely did. And Instagram is so annoying because it doesn't just put, if somebody messages you that you don't know, it doesn't just put them in the category with everything else. It puts them in like a separate thing that you have to click separately. So I remember thinking, when I was like, "Oh, that girl said she was gonna message me," I was like, maybe she never did. And then I clicked for something else, another message that came through on Instagram, and I clicked it. I said, "Oh my gosh, she's been sitting here for like 3 days and I never said anything."
It would definitely sit in your request folder.
Yes.
Like,
And I never checked that.
right. Because
I
then
never
not only do
checked
you
that.
have the request, then you have like a primary and then a general. And I'm like, why do I have so many? It's
Like,
giving like the people you really know, the people you might know, and then the people you don't know.
it's like your cousins on your mama's side and your cousins on
Right.
your daddy's side. Like,
Right.
it's like they separate.
That,
And it's just like, I am not important enough to have these many different files. Just give me one that everybody, and I can see everybody, because I literally forget about it. Like, I don't think to check it. So,
right.
but anyway, once I found the file underneath the file, I seen it and I immediately was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, let's collab, let's collab." And so this is something that we have had in the works. We've changed what we were going to do a couple different times. Life
For
started
sure.
life in all the things, did all the things, but we are here now.
Yes, the year changed
Okay.
everything. We got a whole new year.
Listen. So let's open up. I don't know if you want to tell some things about yourself, things about myself. And then we just gonna talk about perfume, smelling good, body care, all the fun things.
Yes. So I don't know if we just want to spit it. We want to ask each other questions. How you feeling?
Um, let's do like a little short, maybe 30 seconds to a minute intro, and then we can just ask some questions.
Cool. So again, I am Lauren, aka Low So Natural. It'd be so weird to me when people call me Low, and I'd be like, that's not my name. The crazy thing is, like, this is not the short intro right here, but like,
Girl,
my
we live.
how we live. That's so crazy because it was unlisted, but I guess no, we live. How are we
How is this
live?
happening?
I don't know.
I see a comment.
I see a comment too because was it not unlisted? Y'all, this is the live. I, I guess we live.
This is perfect. This is
Cool.
great.
So, I'm cracking up.
Like, I love it. I'm here for it.
But the crazy thing is, I'm like, now I'm like, I should have did a thumbnail or something because, hey,
Lene Gordon, hey.
that is so crazy. Okay, y'all, we thought we were gonna go live unlisted and then just put this out later, but since we live, all right, we live.
We live.
So, my family calls me Lolo. Like that was started
Oh.
by my aunt when I was younger. And
Mhm.
my family does not call me Lolo all the time. But when I
Mhm.
was coming up with a name, I'm like, all right, low so natural. You know, I cut the second low off.
Got it.
Low so natural. But so when people be like, hey low, I'm like, who is that? Who's that? But yes, so I am Lauren. I am from Baltimore. I started YouTube trying to talk about natural skincare primarily and Black owned businesses, and especially that because these skincare products I have been buying since 2019 have been from Black owned businesses, like
Mhm.
exclusively, with the exception of Bath and Body Works this year. But like literally natural skincare. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
like, I can hear more, but like that is, I am Lauren from Baltimore. Okay,
And we love
skincare,
it.
if we
And
love
we
it.
love it. So, like I said, my name is Vania MicKelle. I got into my first intro into like smelling good was my godmommy who has since passed away, but my godmommy when we were younger. She always used to smell good. Always. And her scent used to be Calgon Morning Glory. That was her jam. And I'm telling how old I am because they don't even make Calgon no more, I'm pretty sure. Like that's not even existent. But she used to always smell good. And me and my sister, it's so weird, but like when we go up to like, you give people a hug or whatever, me and my sister would go up to her and we would sniff her because she just always smelled good. So that was our thing. We would give her little sniffies on her cheek.
Right.
And so I asked her, grandma, okay, how do you always smell so good? And she told me, she said you do a bar of soap first, and then you do a scented shower gel, and then when you get out, then you do your lotion, and that was like that was my start. That's how I got into it, and then of course in high school and stuff, my thing was Bath and Body Works. My thing was Bath and Body Works. I've explained to people before, I grew up very churchy, very saved, so there was no such thing as Victoria's Secret in my household. Okay, there was no sin and sex and bras and panties. No, that could not. There was no way my parents were going to take me to Victoria's Secret to buy anything, even if it's just for lotion. So love spell, I missed out on
Know
all of
about
that.
right.
I missed out a spell. Love spell. What's this demon trying to cast
Right.
on you? It just would never
This
have worked.
witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Like I just want to smell good, and it's not witchcraft. Okay, so my intro was Bath and Body Works, and I even with especially back then, Bath and Body Works was hitting every time. Like
And I'm shaking my head because my collection used to smell good for hours and
hours,
hours
hours,
and hours.
hours upon hours. Like that back in that day, like it used to hit like a $200 perfume. And
For
the way
real.
I would layer and everything. And so I hooked my mama on, my sister. And so that was my intro to fragrance. Fast forward to 2020. During the pandemic, that was a very, besides there was a whole entire pandemic, that was a very difficult year for me as far as emotionally and like my friendships and it was just a lot of things that happened.
Yeah.
And my one of the things I did to like cope and like help me feel better is I got back into Bath and Body Works. I started back buying things and I started collecting. I became like a collector. I was buying during that semi-annual, so I was cleaning house. And then the first major perfume, like big girl perfume that I bought was Burberry Her.
Okay.
And now here we are, 2023. I am a full addict. And I love to smell good. So that is my short, long intro into how I got into fragrance and how I am here now.
Right.
So, I can't believe we're live. That is still
No.
true.
Like that, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure I put unlisted, but I'm like, do I not know what unlisted means? I guess it's like,
You probably did. It just we're still figuring it out. So, um, what do you do? Ask questions. I have some questions that we wrote down when we talked last week. Um, or what you want to do?
Um, Maybe like we could do like three about us questions,
Okay.
and we can move on to our questions that we came up with.
Whew, okay. Let me think. You want me to ask you first? You gonna ask me first?
Either way.
Okay. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is turquoise.
Ooh. Okay. I can get with turquoise. And um, what is your favorite hobby or thing you do? Your favorite pastime, like that type of vibe. What is something that
Ooh.
you love to do?
See, the thing about me is I'm actually like really, really bad with favorites. Like
Okay,
I have a
so
favorite color,
give
I
me a
have a
couple.
favorite football team. But like when it comes, the thing is, I feel like I do so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard for me to be like, oh, that's my favorite pastime. But a couple things that kind of come to mind is like I love drawing.
Okay.
I've always been artistic, but I also like making things. My
Okay.
friend in college taught me how to crochet, and so I'm not a like proficient crochet. Like I mean, I can crochet bralettes and like crop
Really?
tops and stuff, but that is just self-taught or by YouTube
Mm-hmm.
videos. Like I can't read the stitches. Like if somebody gave me a crochet book, I'd be like,
That's
I
a
don't
real
know.
thing, though. That's a
I'm like,
real thing.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just know how to do it
Yeah.
without reading. That's like playing music without reading notes.
Yes.
Like,
Just playing
um,
by ear. Yeah.
I just be like, that look right, that don't look right. Okay, keep moving.
That's a real
um,
talent, though.
Crocheting, drawing, what else? Dancing too. Like I used to
Okay.
dance back in the day. Like used to dance for my church up until I went to college, was in a dance
Okay.
ministry, everything for years and years. You talk about all the things. Dance was all the things for me back in the day. So I feel like all the creative, like I'm just so artsy that like all of that, it's hard to choose one because I
That's a
know
real
I'm
thing,
also
though.
missing. I know I'm missing some stuff that's just like, oh, I do that. I forgot I do that too. I forgot. Yeah.
Okay, and you said you went to college. What did you go to college for?
I went to college for social work. I
Okay.
got my bachelor's degree in social work, and then I went and got my master's degree in social work
You have a
as
bachelor's and a master's?
ma'am.
You are smart.
Girl, barely. Ask me how I'm using my degree, Lord Jesus.
No, that's
But
a real thing.
for me, like with the field of social work, like I knew when I went for my bachelor's, like you need to get your master's in it. Like you kind of have to,
Hmm.
but I mean, you don't have to, but you
It's
kind
right. Yeah.
of. So I graduated from college in 2017, spring of 2017, and I started grad school the next semester. Like
Really.
literally no breaks. Like went straight through.
Woo, child.
Lord,
Bless you.
was in college, was in school from 2013 to 2019. Jesus Christ.
Wow. You smart. At least you finished. Cause me did not. I tapped out immediately. So do you use your social work degree now, or you just don't really?
Not currently, but that would be a whole nother live discussion that we probably
Okay.
should. We honestly probably should do that because I feel like that would be the breakthrough, the breakthrough session. Because honestly, for me, my desires had changed, and I
Yeah.
very well thought I wanted to go a certain direction, and a lot of things have changed. As well as COVID, I feel like COVID has changed a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like without going very in depth, but like some of my experiences would be like I was interning with treatment foster care. So I was going to people's homes every
Mm.
twice a month, and I was going to people's schools, meeting with the kids every day. Like it's I'm not going to nobody home no more. You know, like I'm not doing it. And not
I don't
every
blame
day,
you.
not every week of
Yeah.
every month. Like
Yeah.
so it's stuff like that that's just like I have no desire to do anything. And not to mention I honestly didn't even like it back then.
That's a real thing. That is
Yeah.
a very real thing. Like, so I went to a early college preparatory high school. So the big sell was when you graduate from high school, you will have an associate's degree. You'll have 60 college credits.
Okay.
So I got pretty close. I probably had high 40s, maybe low 50s. So I got very close. And then the lady who created the program in Ohio, which is the born and raised there, she came to a school in Michigan and she created the same program. And so she was like, if you graduate from this high school and completing that program, you basically have a scholarship to this college here. So I moved to Michigan, and I was burnt out after like 2 years because I went so hard in high school because I was just like, I'm gotta graduate with this associate's, gotta graduate. And so I
Right.
was just like going so you could, my parents would be like, I would be doing homework for hours every night. Like so when I got here, I was just like, after maybe like 2 years, I was like burnt out. And then I kind of realized that like what I was there for, it really was more so I had a lot of things going on socially and like that type of thing was affecting me. And then I just was done with school. Like I had just done too much in high school so that I did not appreciate it in college. And so I dropped out with I probably have like a year left. My degree was in paralegal studies, which is, if you don't know what a paralegal, for those who don't know what a paralegal is, it's basically like for lack of better words, like a lawyer's assistant. But you know things about like how to write a brief, how to write a memo, how to do things. You can do basically everything a lawyer can do except for go to court, basically. But I mean, you know just as much as sometimes, you know, you're basically their right hand person. You do research for the lawyer, the whole nine.
Right.
But yeah, I probably have like a year left in that degree. The weird thing is when I such a specific degree that there are not a lot of places who offer that as a degree. So if I want to go back to school, I would probably have to do like poli sci or pre law
Right.
based on the credits and stuff that I had. Which at this point, because that was ultimately my goal was to do paralegal studies and then go to law school. Um, I don't even think that's what I want to do anymore.
Yeah.
And so I do want to go back to school because that is the reason I moved out here, was to go to school. And so I do want to go back to school and finish my degree. I just don't want to go back and finish for the hell of it. You know what I mean? Just to say,
Yeah.
oh, I just
Just
went.
because.
Yeah, I want to find something that I'm actually passionate about and be intentional about it. So, and luckily where I work now, I do have an opportunity to go back and get like 75% tuition reimbursement when I do decide to go back. And so I will take advantage of that. I just want to be intentional about it. And I also want to do it when I have the proper time to dedicate to going back to school. Like just trying to work a full time job, be a content creator, and have a morsel of a social life. Those three things alone for me is just, it's just,
It's just,
it is
yeah.
just. And so, like, even with like my YouTube and my TikTok, I find myself in my TikTok videos, if I'm posting consistently there, I'm slacking on my YouTube. If I'm doing well on my YouTube, my TikTok is slacking. And so I said all
Right.
that to say, I still have not found a balance with the things that are on my plate now. I do not want to add another thing on my plate that I could potentially not do well.
Right. Yeah.
So that
And
was a
then
long
everything else
spiel.
not be well either,
And then
right
I'm gonna
along
drop
with
out
it.
again.
Yeah.
So I do want to go back, and people ask me all the freaking time, especially my parents. They ask me all the time, "Are you going back?" And
Yeah.
I will, and I do want to, but I want to do it when I find something that I'm genuinely passionate about, and that I have the time to properly dedicate to doing that.
Right.
So that was probably a long intro that nobody asked for, but that is my. So you got, between the two of us, you got 2 degrees because she got both of them.
Lord. And sometimes,
Okay.
honestly, for me, I don't regret getting my degree because I feel like I learned a lot, but I don't feel like I'm ever going to use it to the capacity that I thought I was going to use it. Like for me, the degree itself is not what I'm using.
Mhm.
It's what I learned. The paper itself is not what I'm learned, not
Yeah.
what I'm using, but the process and the people I met. Like I felt like I made so many great relationships in grad school. Like, and the crazy thing is, one of the biggest gains and blessings I got was from a girl that didn't even go to the school I graduated from, University of Maryland, Baltimore. She went to Morgan,
Mhm.
but we were doing our field placement internship at the same place, and that's how I
Mhm.
met her. Like, and we are friends to this day. Like
Okay. Yeah.
literally, like yeah. So I be like,
Yeah.
Lord, did I pay $50,000 just
No,
to make a
I
friend?
literally know so many people who have a degree and they don't use it. And they don't even find any passion in it. Like I know people who have several degrees. Like you have a bachelor's, have a master's, did all the things, graduated early, and are now pursuing something artistic, so
Yeah.
content creation, pursuing
They
something.
like entrepreneurs or something, like
Yes.
literally.
So it makes in a certain regard, it makes me feel okay. As it makes me feel okay because I'm not the only person that is still figuring it out. Like even people who have the
Yeah.
degrees are still figuring it out. And so
Literally.
it's like, okay, like yes, I do want to go back because at the end of the day, I set a goal to do that and I want to do that. But I don't feel the pressure to do it because I'm like, and not to even be condescending, but I literally know people who have the degrees and my job, I make more than them.
Yep.
And so I'm just like, and it's not to bloat or to be facetious or anything. Like, it's not a flex either. Like, it sucks that they
Right.
have degrees and I make more than them and I don't have a
Right.
degree. So, but it just makes me feel better that, like, it's okay. Like, there are other people who still have not figured it out yet and they have everything that society tells them that they should have to have it figured out. They have it and they still don't have it figured out.
Right.
So, that's my yeah. That's where I'm at with it. I'm cool. It's a goal of mine. It will happen, but it will happen in God's timing and when I feel that it's right and not because I'm peer pressured, mom and
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah. Definitely don't recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we got that off the way. We got our little intros. We
Yep.
literally could have did a whole separate episode. I mean,
Literally. Like we really should do another life. We have to do another life live because
yes.
life be life and all of those things. I feel like people our age. How old are you? That's the question.
20, let me not lie. I was born in
Right.
1995. So I think I'm 27. I think I'm turning 28 this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 27 as well. When is your birthday?
September 25th.
Okay. My birthday's March 8th, so I'll be 28 before you. Cause I'll be like, have you ever seen a post where it's like, some days I'm 25, some days I'm 28, but I know I'm not 30? That is
Listen, no, that's
literally
a real
me.
thing. I have to literally, when someone asks my age, for the longest time, I'd be like, I'm 26. And I'd be like, I just lied to you. That is not
Right.
my
That is
age.
not my
I'm
age, right?
27. But it just, and the other thing too is I turned 25 the year of the pandemic. So
Me too. Yeah.
everything is just,
Right. No, literally 25 and beyond. Like, it's crazy that I turned 25. Like, my birthday, March 8th. I went out for my birthday, and a week later is when it shut down. Like, I got my birthday out the way, and people was like, "Oh, you lucky." Not that I did anything big or anything, but they like it literally shut down the week after my birthday.
yep. So
Crazy.
everything has been, as far as time, it's all been a blur. Like I cannot differentiate one year. The only reason why I can time certain things is because where I was living in a different apartment in 2020. So that's the only kind of
Gotcha.
gauge that I have to tell where things are happening. But other than that, like I still tell people I'm 26. I forget. It's not like I just be like, wow, and I like have to do math. Like okay, 20 to 23.
Right.
It's so terrible. But yeah,
For me,
27.
um, oh, I don't know if you can hear my
That's
daughter.
your baby girl?
Yes, my mom
Oh,
is watching her right now because I came over here. So I'm like, Lord, might have to cut this live short because I don't want her crying all in the background.
oh, and
Lord Jesus,
she's so cute. She
listen.
is so cute.
But I was gonna say my year that I can differentiate is like before my daughter and after, because I had her at 26. Um, I had her in 2021.
Okay.
So like 2020, I have 2020 before her, then I had 2021, and now I'm like, okay, all right. That's
But
kind
that
of
was
how I.
2023. I was literally about to say 2021 was last year, but it's
It feels like
2023.
that is crazy though, because to me 2021 was last year.
Jesus.
And I think it's also because she was born November of 2021. So that's like almost 2022. So it for me it feels like last year cuz it was,
It was.
but like it was.
This is when I be like, them people who be saying time is a social construct. I be like, y'all right. Because I can't keep up.
It's
Like,
2023. Since when? Since
oh,
when?
baby
I
girl.
see.
She want her mama.
Probably.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hi. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna do this real quick so baby girl ain't got to miss you for much longer
Right.
because I know she wanna
Let's get into something.
come. So,
And for anybody that's on here, we gonna go live again. So don't fret, okay? We gonna come back.
listen, so what is your favorite perfume right now?
My favorite perfume right now, and I'm not home right now, but I was like, just in case, I had to bring it. This
Yes.
is my Dawkins Aroma Company, my pink cotton. I love this. I love it so.
You gotta make me open up my box and go get mine.
I love it so much, and I use it sparingly, and I have a dent. Like,
You do. You do.
oh, it smells like cotton candy and fresh cotton in the breeze, but you also like because it has the caramel, it has the cotton candy and the
Mm.
lemon
And
and the
that's a
cotton.
black owned one too.
This is
That's
the
black owned.
black owned business. I love pink cotton. I always tell people like if you like Bath and Body Works pink suede, this is like the grown sister, and you're gonna smell her all day. So I love this. I love
Okay.
it. I love
Okay,
it.
so and I told Lauren this the last week. I did place an order. First of all, anytime Dawkins Aroma, when they say that they're restocking, you need to hold your breath until you check out because
Literally.
they sell out so free. I just heard about them probably last year. And so when they say they are restocking, you have 30 seconds to click, place your order, and check out because they will sell out
Right.
so quickly. And so I did buy some stuff a couple months ago, but I'm gonna try to hold off and open it until my I do my black owned businesses talk in March instead of February because I feel like I did my whole spiel about I just feel like it was good that we focus on Black history and Black owned businesses during the month of February. However, I feel like once February is over, we just kind of like drop the ball and people forget. So I
Yeah.
do mine in March to kind of help us remember that we should still be conscious of where we put our dollar, even after the month of Black History. Black History Month is over, so I'll call it We Still Black History Month. So that'll be coming in March. But I did place the order, and she be talking about this pink cotton so good because I blind bought it. I was just like, everybody talks about it, they
And
love
I
it.
did too. I definitely blind bought it. And it's
Yes,
crazy because I just put my faith in it because when I
yes.
placed that order, I got like 12 of the sample perfumes.
Hmm.
But I said, I'm getting the full size in this one. The other
Yep.
ones I'm going to test. But this one,
Yep.
blind bought it, and I'm so thankful. I would have been hurt if I would have got that little sample, even though they are all like the extrait day perfume, so they are potent, and you
Really
don't
good.
need
Okay.
a lot. So I haven't even finished any of my samples,
Okay.
but I would have been finished my pink cotton one. I
Yes.
know it for a fact. I know it will be gone.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I blind bought I think I bought a 1 ounce of the pink cotton and then I bought some like two or three of the other samples of the perfume. But I was like, I'm just gonna have trust and faith. I'm a sucker for a blind buy.
Me
I
too.
literally have a whole playlist on my YouTube about perfume blind buys. I call it glutton for punishment buys because sometimes they don't work out, but I still will the next day go and blind buy 100 ml bottle of something.
Yep.
um,
The prices are
yeah.
reasonable for, especially because they are extracts, so it's like high oil concentration, and again they last and they project. I had told Vania like I had worn, and to give you an example, like this was probably, it's under $40. I know that
Mm.
for a fact. They also have a like 1.7 ounce or something like that, which is a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more expensive, but yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
had worn this scent, and I went through the drive-through at Chick-fil-A, and a person came up to my window to take my order outside, and she was like, "Do you mind telling me what you have on?" Like she could smell me through like from outside the car. Definitely
That's
had
the
on my
best
pink
feeling in the
cotton.
world. That is the best feeling
I
in
said,
the world.
"Ma'am."
Yeah.
Yes, I Dawkins Aroma Company is amazing. All of the scents, and even the ones that like when I first purchased my minis, I was like, I'm not sure. Like this might not be the scent for me. They're still good. Like they are fire, and it's ones that I didn't think I would like, and I love them now.
Okay.
So
We here for it. So Dawkins are my black
yeah,
it's gonna be in my rotation. As soon as I open this package up, it's gonna be in my rotation. I
it's a
think
must.
my favorite perfume, it was hard for me to pick one, so I grabbed two. Girl, we joined the club. That's what we should call this, the
Right,
perfume addict
thank
club.
right. Perfume
So
Anonymous.
mine right now, I grabbed Burberry Her Elixir. This
Okay,
is one that I am just like every time that I spray it, I end up like spraying so much because it just like it's really, really good. Like I blind bought this one and I blind bought the big one. I was just like,
okay,
I'm just gonna take a leap of faith. No regrets. It's Burberry Her, but like the creamier, more mature version of Burberry Her. It's so good. And literally every time I wear it, I get compliments. It lasts all freaking day. Like they did their thing. And it's still performing even in the cold. Like I wore this the other day and I was still getting compliments. So this is one, and then the other one that I'm like obsessed with right now is Angel Nova.
okay,
This is like a raspberry. This is a raspberry perfume, and when I first smelled it, it was a blind buy again, and I sprayed. It's like there's this tart opening that I don't like. I ain't gonna hold you up. It's like a little sharp, a little tart in the opening, and I was like, I don't like it. But once it dries down, it's like a sweeter raspberry. And it's
okay.
a very, very good. This is another one that lasts all day, project, sillage, all the things. These two are heavily in my rotation. And I'm liking them because I'm wearing them in the hot weather and the cold weather, and they're still performing very, very well. So those are two that I am reaching for heavily right now. We'll do one more and then we'll go because I know baby girl she missed you.
And I don't know if
um,
anybody on here are one or two people that's on here. I know the Grammys about to come on. I don't know if y'all want to watch the Grammys.
listen. Let's do what's like two or three perfumes that you want to get your hands on that you want to add to your collection.
I definitely I want to smell Burberry Her Elixir. I have not smelled it yet, so like I feel like I really want to smell that and possibly get that. But also, I have to say the sugar patchouli, the Kayali, like I have not smelled that yet either. Like I'm just so late, but like I want to smell that because I feel like that's right up my alley. Even though like some days I love patchouli and some days I'm not in the mood for it, but I feel like that need to be on that list. And then
So
I'm sorry, to cut you off. I
no, go
know
ahead.
Kayali's supposed to be coming out with another one. It's like
Pistachio.
pistachio. Ugh.
I don't care when it drops. Between them and that Beyonce tickets, I'm gonna get them. I don't care what nobody says. They will be acquired. Okay.
Required.
With that Kayali sugar. So when I first smelled it, the opening has that oud in it, and I'm not a fan of oud. I'm not an oud girl at all. Like the opening to me is very, it's like leather almost oud, and
Mhm.
it's a lot going on in the opening. The dry down is what saves
Okay.
it for me personally. That's when you get the caramel, the vanilla, the more sophisticated
Okay.
28. But I like it though. Like I will put it on and just deal with the opening because the dry down is very, very good.
Okay.
And I layered that with the Billie Eilish
Okay.
perfume. It was a hit. So
Okay.
both of those are good perfumes to have on your wish list. My wish list, I want Love Don't Be Shy.
Okay.
I want I have Delina, I want Delina exclusive. Um
Yes.
and I mean my wish list is extensive. And then there's a I want a Byredo perfume. I don't know which one, but I want to smell them. I will definitely smell them. Now I will blind buy perfumes, but once we reach a certain price point, I'm not blind buying nothing.
Right.
I went like Delina. I went into the store and I was like, no, spray this on my skin, let it dry down. Like once you reach a certain price point, I'm not playing those games.
For real.
And I do eventually want. This is so cliche, but I just feel like because it's such a staple, I should at least have it in my collection. I do want Baccarat Rouge 540. Even though it's overhyped and even though it's there's a million and one dupes of it, I do know that. And I can find probably a better performing version of it. I just feel like I'm in fragrance. I talk about perfume and fragrance. I feel like it's like, how could I not have that perfume and I talk about perfume and fragrance?
And that's like that's definitely one I feel like is on my wish list too. I actually was gifted the Baccarat Rouge body oil
Okay.
for Christmas, the little shimmering
Mm-hmm.
glitter one, and I definitely would want the perfume, even though I have a million and one dupes, and one of
Yep.
them being the Dua. I highly recommend the Dua brand too. And
Oh, you know
I
what?
brought this
That's the
with
ones. They're in
me.
that black bottle.
They have their bottles are all different colors
I
and
think I've
stuff.
seen them before though.
But this is it's crazy that I brought this with me. The Casino Royale Nights, and
Uh
this
huh.
is the Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait
Okay.
um inspired scent,
Yeah.
and it smells so freaking. And all of the door brands are all Extrait Day parfums too, and that's
Oh,
why like not only is this the dupe of the Extrait version, this is an Extrait. All of
got it.
theirs are,
So
and
now I'm gonna go
their
look this.
performance is amazing. And I love the Door brand not only for the inspired scents, but they do hybrids of the inspired scent. So I have
Oh.
like one of these, which is Casino Royale Fire, which is the Mace, which is Baccarat Rouge 540 and By the Fireplace by Replica
Okay.
hybrid into one. So
Okay.
they do hybrids of different things. And when you said Delina exclusive, um, I have two different thoughts. The first thought is um Dawkins Aroma, their Bell exclusive,
Okay.
top tier.
Okay.
The oh my god, that
Okay.
made me want to purchase Delina, like, and I wasn't even a rose type of girl.
Okay.
But the Dua brand, I purchased one called Miss Congeniality Dungeon, and it is a hybrid of Delina and what is it? Some in another
That
scent.
name
And
alone sounds like a time. Miss Congeniality Dungeon.
Dungeon.
Them
I'm
two don't
telling
even
you,
go
their
together.
hybrid scents, they do hybrids, and some of them are even tri-bred. So I'm like, if you,
Really?
I'm like, you talk about layering, they're layering for you. They put in the two perfumes into one, and these perfumes that are not extrait, they are making them extrait. And that's why I be talking about the Dior brand. And I tell people, I'm like, I appreciate original perfumes, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the craftsmanship, I appreciate the originality, everything.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But these companies out here putting these
No.
two cents that I want together, and they're making it extra. And when I tell you, I will spray this on you on my hand just so you can see. It's giving oil, like
Yes, it is.
it's oil, like
Yeah.
it's oil.
Now I'm gonna spend my whole check on the Do It brand.
The Dua brand, I'm telling you, like I'm over here rubbing my fingers because it's oil. Like
And she said, have you been wearing Delina? I only wear mine in the cooler months. Yes, I have been wearing mine. And it lasts on my clothes for an eternity. I've actually been layering it with a perfume oil as well. Not that it needs it. The other day, I had Mancera Roses Vanille, and then I had a Delina perfume oil, and I just put it together because I'm right now in this conundrum of feeling like if I have Roses Vanille, do I need
I
Delina?
saw
Like I'm
your
not saying,
TikTok.
yeah, I was like I'm not saying they're the same thing. However, they're kind of both roses and vanilla fragrances. Like, do I need both? And so I put on the Roses Vanille perfume with the Delina perfume oil, and someone complimented me that they could still smell me in that particular area the next day. They were
What?
just like, yeah. They were like, were you over here? I was like, yeah. They was like, yeah, I can still smell you. I said, that was like 2 days ago. They were like, it was faint, but I could tell you were over here. I said, okay. So, yes, I do remind Delene. I didn't get Delene until September, so that was going into the cold months. But I
Yeah.
still plan on pulling her out in the summer because I like to be loud with my perfume a lot of times. I like to
Yeah.
walk in and everybody
I
smell
want
me.
somebody
So,
to smell me. I'm not wearing this for myself. No, I
listen.
am. Like I am wearing it for myself, but like this not just for me, okay?
Yeah, that's what everybody keeps telling me that I need to keep both. So I'm gonna keep both. I'm not gonna get rid of either one, but I do. And I was also saying too, I was like, my nose probably just isn't developed enough to appreciate the difference and the nuance between the two. So I'm gonna keep both. I'm not gonna get rid of either one. I just have to experiment more and take more time with it to enjoy each one on their own to really appreciate it. But yeah. Did I say was yeah, we said our wish list. Any other things before we wrap it? This is our first live. We figured
First
it out. We did
first
good. Shout
live
out
in
to
the
Lauren. Cause she the one who figured out that we could do live together and the whole nine. Oh, last question, and I think this is a good wrap question. What would you like to see happen with your channel by this time next year?
Oh, all right. This okay, so I'm gonna put it out. I'm putting it out there. This is
Yep.
me speaking it. So I
She
was
said,
reading it.
yeah, I was reading it. Girl, don't wear that. If them bees go follow you, girl, wear something else. Don't wear that.
We don't want the bees. We don't want the
Listen,
bees.
no.
But so my goal, I'm gonna say it and then I'm gonna
Say
give
it.
context. So my goal is to have 10,000 subscribers, and that seems kind of outrageous and
It don't.
outlandish. Like,
It don't.
and the reason I said that is my goal because I'm like I could easily say 2,000. That'll be double what I had. I could say 5,000, which is a little bit more reasonable, but still like, oh, that's hard. But I was watching a YouTube video for somebody. I think her name is Bria Jones. I like to give credit. I think that's her name. Um, and she was saying that when you are doing your YouTube channel, if you really are working at it and you want to set goals, you want to be a little bit, what's the
Ambitious.
term she used? She said you want to be a little delusional with your goals. And she was saying, because, if you say, all right, I'm at 1,000, I'm like at 1,160
Mhm.
today. And, again, 2,000 be a good goal,
Mhm.
3,000 be a good goal. But it's like, if you are working, you saying, I'm trying to get to 10,000, you're going to work delusionally till you are
Yeah.
making strides. And it's like, if I say 2,000, I could just be doing anything any day, not being
Yeah.
strategic, and I could get to 2,000. Like, I'm not gonna say easy, but
Yeah.
like,
It could happen. Yeah.
considering it's easier once you keep progressing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be a little delusional with my goal because then I'm gonna work. I'm gonna
Yeah.
work to reach that goal. And then, for instance, if I don't hit 10,000 and I hit 7,000, that's more than what I anticipated or even like
Yeah.
thought it could be. But
Yeah.
I was a little delusional, and it's like, all right, you could do anything in a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And it's just like with my mindset, I'm like, if I know I can do anything,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 10,000 because that
Yeah.
is delusion. That's a little delusional.
Mm.
But I also know that I ain't had to hit 1,000. It's a lot of people that don't have 1,000,
So
and
don't.
and I'm still progressing. So that is, and I just want to build like a stronger community.
Yeah.
So in a year, hope to be at 10,000 with a good community, a good tribe, and I also want to do more collabs like this. Like, I don't feel like being stingy is the way to go. Like, you just want to grow your own YouTube channel and get there. Like, no, like, you can have help.
Absolutely.
You can have
Absolutely.
help. It's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I think sorry, this earring gotta come off. It's been hurting my ear all day. um First of all, when you said 10,000, I was like, I felt like that's doable. When you was like, it's delusion, I'm like, no, I think you're well on your way to reaching that. I think that is a very attainable. Yes, it's gonna take work and everything, but I think that's a very attainable goal, and I believe with you that you will reach that in no time. That's right. With God, all things are
Yes, all things are possible. Hallelujah. We can have church right now. Hallelujah.
okay. My goal for this time next year, I want to see myself. I want to be significantly monetized by this time next year. And I want it to be in a way in such that I am close. What's the word I want to use? I want it to be in a way where I make more money from content creation than I do from my actual job. I want it to be like where I'm discussing like quitting my full-time job to pursue full-time content creation because I make more money as a content creator than I do as a full-time job. I also want a brand deal, a really good brand deal. Um and I think those are the two main things that I want. I want to be monetized, and I want a brand deal by this time next year. That is delusional thinking, like you say, because I am nowhere near close to that. Um, but I don't have a the only reason why I haven't picked or like said numbers is because um if I only ever reach 1,000 subscribers, but the community that I'm building is really good and they rock with you.
Yeah,
You could do more with 1,000 that really rock with you than you can do with 100,000 and half of them
definitely.
don't care what you're doing. So
Right.
I feel like if I try to focus on numbers, I'll get discouraged. And I know how the way my brain thinks. I think, oh, if I set a goal, my 1,000 was my goal. I'm good with that. But if I keep
Right.
trying to get numbers in my head, I feel like I have a little bit of toxic perfectionism in me. So if I
Okay.
feel like I'm not reaching certain numbers, then I'm failing. And I won't be focused on the progress. I won't be focused on if I'm being more consistent. I won't be
Right.
focused on actual things that I'm accomplishing because I'm only focusing on a number. So for me, I'm not picking a number only because it will distract me from other positive things that are happening with me as a content creator.
Right.
So I want to be monetized on YouTube in a very significant way, and I want a brand deal. Those are my two. Like I was really good, like a really good brand deal, like a brand deal.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that with the monetization, like, just because I had been monetized just this past month,
Hmm.
I like it just got officially
Oh,
had the threshold
congratulations!
to thank you. Just had the threshold to get monetized. And when it first starts, it is discouraging because you see $4 and you like, okay, $4. Like, but no, like I definitely want to see growth like that to be able to be at the position where maybe I can do this full time. Maybe,
Yeah,
especially because I have a 1-year-old daughter now, like I would love to be able to be at home with her because daycare is trash. I'm almost at the point where I'm like, I'm about to homeschool when it's time for her to school. That's
no, I
that's what
understand.
it's giving. Like,
I understand.
and to be able to make content and not have to worry about a job or you know, having somebody else raise my kid, not raise her, but look after
Yeah,
her, like that would be the biggest blessing. So I am 100% with you on that. And but I will say, the $4 goes up now. It's $20,
yeah,
and it happens, you see that in a month, and you're like, okay, that's small. $20 is small, but it's a start, like
yeah,
it is definitely a start. And I definitely want to become more consistent. And I feel like that what 2020, I'm like, is it 2021? What 2022 was for me was me being consistent
okay,
because there was no year prior to 2021 that I was consistent with YouTube. Hence, I did not have 1,000 subscribers. I had under 100 subscribers at the start of 2022.
yeah,
And so for me, I'm like, all right, I'm being consistent. I have the drive. I just want to make sure I keep my drive up.
yeah,
Like I'm I'm just trying to find my groove and stay there. I feel like I'm getting to my groove, and when I don't feel like posting, I'm not going to post. There's times where it's like I want to get a post out. I want to get a video out. But if I'm not in the mood to create, I'm not gonna like. I sit there and I'll be like, well, maybe later, like maybe later in the day, maybe I'll feel up to it or whatever. And
That is so real.
I also want to get over caring about how I look all the time. Like, cause there's sometimes where I want to create, do a video, sit down. I'm like, I look a mess. I look like I got a 1-year-old daughter and she's running me ragged. I look and I'm just like, yeah, it's good to look presentable. You want to push your best foot forward, but sometimes the real, like, it's just how it is, and
It
people
is what it
resonate
is.
with that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I hate putting on makeup nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, and the only reason I look decent halfway today is because I went to church earlier, and you know, I,
Yeah.
and so I want to get over that. I want to
Yeah.
get over trying to be like other people. I just want to be myself. That
Absolutely.
is another goal for me this year. Just be myself, and it
Absolutely.
is what it is. If I don't wear makeup, I don't wear makeup, and if my shirt is wrinkled,
It's
that's
wrinkled.
what it's given for the day.
And the beautiful thing that I'm discovering is that there is a market for everybody, and there is a community for everybody. And
Literally.
you do not have to be the cookie cutter version to find your audience, to find whatever. And I'm 100% in agreement about, like, if I'm not in the mood, as in, like, I don't have the energy, or if I don't feel like in the creative space, I'm not going to do a disservice to my viewers and record or film if I'm not feeling it. And, like, I've watched all the videos and read all the articles about, like, what to do as a content creator and what you're supposed to be doing. And you're supposed to be posting 6 to 7 times a day on TikTok, and you're supposed to be doing this and doing this. And this is not to be braggadocious or facetious at all. I'm just saying that what's meant for you will be for you. I have done none of those things, and I have still had videos that have hit over 1 million views. Do I know why? No. But what I'm saying is,
It's
like,
the favor. It's
yeah,
literally it's just like that's all I can attribute it to because it's like the favor. Like if God put you in a position to do certain things and you just
absolutely.
do it, like you talk about in your bonnet, like God called you to do it in your bonnet.
In my bonnet.
In your bonnet, and that's what it was supposed to be. Like you weren't supposed to be made like had you did something
Yeah.
else, he would have been like, you missed a moment.
Yeah.
It's
And the
gone.
thing
Like
I hated the most is the thing that people love the most. I never thought that video was gonna get over 1 million views. Never in my wildest dreams was I planning for that video to get over 1 million views. I would have certainly taken that bonnet off. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this in my bonnet. Everybody was like, no, that's what makes this perfect. That's what makes this funny. That's what
that's
makes this
me. Like
great.
that's me. I'm sitting here in my bonnet right now. Like, what are you
Yes.
saying?
But, like, so in agreement that, like, I think the biggest thing is, like, even in the space of content creation is, like, you have to set boundaries for yourself. And if your boundary is, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to force myself to do something because it's going to be, I'm all about doing things that feel authentic and genuine. And I'm not going to do anything that makes it feel disingenuous. So if I'm not in the mood, and what it is teaching me is, okay, if you know you're going to have these moods, start preparing, start creating more videos so that you can still post even in your downtime.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna just get on for the sake of getting on. And also, I am grateful that I'm not depending on content creation to pay my bills, because it would probably force me to do things that are inauthentic, because
Yeah.
oh, I gotta post because I gotta get paid, or like, I'm glad that I'm able
Right.
to live my life outside of the means of content creation so that I can still just be authentic. But yes, the ultimate goal is to be more consistent, because I
Yeah.
do want to, take this professionally and do all the things, but I'm also not about doing things that feel inauthentic. And yeah, my channel, my YouTube, my TikTok have still grown, and I have not done things the traditional way at all. Absolutely not at all.
And the
Yeah.
last point I kind of wanted to say with again, I want to be more consistent and whatnot, but I also don't want to become addicted or like
Correct.
I'm not trying to live my life on social media. Like I want it to be a platform, but I also don't want people to get caught up like because of my content, like feeling like they gotta scroll all day or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna live my life. Like I'm gonna devote because I feel like this could be like a job for me. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna work it like a job,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna make it my life. Like
Correct.
I'm gonna show you my life, but it's not gonna
Correct.
be my life because it's other life to be had outside
It really,
of social media
it really
and
is.
whatnot. And that's where I'm trying to find my balance between
Yeah,
like making it like a job, but not making it my life.
correct.
Like sometimes it's hard to find that balance, but
Very
that's what I'm trying to figure out this year and perfect that balance while being consistent and
girl. When you get it, call me and
all of the things.
let me know because I have found myself. I would never claim myself to be like a social butterfly or anything like that. I do know how to engage in social situations, but
Right.
if it was up to me, I would be at home on the couch with some popcorn or something like that. Is my safe place. But
Same here.
however, the way my life is taking me, I have been engaging in more social interactions, and sometimes that also prevents me from being as up to date on content because I'm literally like, I'm trying to live my life, and
Yeah.
I'm grateful to even have life because this time 2 or 3 years ago I did not. I was a different person in a different place. Social interactions was not a thing that I was doing. I was sleeping all day. I was never leaving the house. I was in just a whole, it was a, that's a whole nother life.
Yeah.
But so what I'm saying is like I'm grateful to have a life and have a life that is outside of social media. So like I'm just echoing your sentiments and I am just trying to find the balance of I still work a very I work a guaranteed I have to work 40 hours a week and then I work overtime. I try to do at least like 20 hours overtime every week. So I'm doing probably 60 to 80
Woo.
hours.
Woo
Yeah.
child.
I'm doing
Woo
60 to
chillax.
70 hours on any given week. And then just a small, I would never say I'm like a person that has this huge social life because I don't, but I do have little things. And it's just like, okay, if I worked and then on the weekends I'm doing something with my friends, I don't want to record a video. I don't want to edit. I need to go to the grocery store. I need to, I
Right.
need, so it's like,
Literally.
so that is another goal is to like, and I was saying this to myself earlier. I was like, I don't want to be one of the be those people who is busy, but you're just like busy, but you're not really doing anything. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't mind being busy if there's productivity happening. But I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to just be busy for the sake of being busy. If I'm busy, it needs to be because there are things
There are
happening.
opportunities and
Correct.
like yes.
I'm giving myself grace now because I'm building. And so you do have a lot going on while you're building. But I was like, if I'm gonna be busy, I need the money to be making sense for how busy I am. I need the connections, the opportunities. Like I don't like people and I don't like people whose personality is being busy. That is not me.
Yeah.
I don't, oh
Like
I'm
that's
so
not the goal. The goal is not to be
no,
busy.
no.
Like it's not. But like you just said, that just made me think like all the stuff I'm doing now, I'm trying to be more mindful and purposeful with everything I do to the point that it's like now I'm trying to figure out how can I impact more people on Instagram so I can get them to YouTube? And
Hmm.
how can I get all the connections? Like I literally in this past week I started another Instagram
Hmm.
just for like my body care and
Hmm.
stuff. Cause you know, it's a lot of people like that, but I'm trying to make it my own. I'm not trying to make it like everybody like
Yeah,
self-care, the
yeah,
self-care queen, or like I have my own thing, but I'm like everything I do has to be purposeful. I'm not just
yeah,
about to do stuff just to do it.
yeah,
Like everything has to have a purpose. And so literally, like you said, like I'm just trying to if I'm going to be busy, it's going to be me trying to get everything in line so it can take me to the next level
correct,
and not keep me right here. Like
correct.
that is literally what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to be strategic because
For sure.
I feel like I am the connector. Like I feel like God put me on this world to be a connector of some sort.
Hmm.
Like I feel like I always call myself a social engineer
That's a good.
because
I
I went
like
to high
that
school
phrase. I like that.
for engineering and I
Uh
never
huh.
wanted to be an electrical, mechanical, chemical. Like I never wanted to go into engineering. But I had the principles of engineering in my mind. And
Okay.
then I got my social work stuff. So I'm I
That's a
just want to be
whole
the
brand right
social
there.
engineer. You know, thank you. I might have to start that now. See, look, thank you,
That's
God.
a whole brand. The social
So
engineer, girl. That's a book. That's a brand. That's a tour. You better patent that for
girl.
somebody steal that. Don't y'all steal
I
that. What's
know. Let me
copywritten now?
right. I'm trademarking that. Let me go hit
Listen,
the trademark office tomorrow.
immediately. But no, yeah, I'm definitely in agreement. Like all the things. Like I'm just not. I'm not about being busy for the sake of being busy. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I echo all the sentiments, all the same. I'm excited though. I think. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say when you were saying like to help people. Like I do realize that my brand and what my brand will be as it grows is to help. I say it's to help ordinary people do extraordinary things, which really I just want to help everyday people attain things that they see people doing that they think is not attainable. So like when you
Yeah,
see people doing, which I when I get into makeup, which whenever it will be in a way that makes everyday people feel like they can attain it. Even like my perfume and stuff, it makes everyday people feel like, oh, I can smell good too. I don't have to spend $100. And so I do know that I am meant to help all those things. And it's so crazy because like people see that a couple of my videos on my TikTok have done well, and they're like asking me questions, and I'm just genuinely like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
right,
When I
right,
know what I'm doing, I will happily share. I will not gatekeep a
right,
single thing. I You can ask me now what I'm doing. I cannot guarantee you that I'm not telling you what to do so you can do it too because it's gonna work.
right.
I
It's not the
don't know.
blueprint for everybody. It's the blueprint for me right now, and this might not be the blueprint for me in 2 weeks. Like
Correct.
it's just, it just is right now.
Correct. And I'm just like, I almost feel like it just lucked up. I just had a couple of good videos. Like, and TikTok is so inconsistent. I could post a video tomorrow and it can get 200 views. Like, so I
Right,
don't know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing and figuring it out. Give me a little time. And once I find out what the rhythm is, I will gladly share. But baby, I am guessing. I
yeah.
am guessing. I have no idea what I'm doing. None at all. We just going on God's grace and hoping and praying and wishing,
Hope
baby.
we want right. Yeah,
But this is we reached that hour. We good.
we
We this
good.
this has been fun. It actually, I'm so glad we ended up just doing it live. We can go back and edit the little stuff, the title and stuff. But this
Right.
was fun. We're
Yes.
again.
I
The
should
way
see if I can get a screenshot. Let me see. Let's
oh wait,
smile.
I done took my earring off and everything, man.
Girl, girl, because it's probably not even gonna let me do it anyway. It's gonna be like
Probably not.
I was like, let me try. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. All right.
I don't know
All
if
right.
it's
I got a screenshot. We're gonna see if it'll let me
okay.
edit the thumbnail, but we gonna see.
But yeah, this was fun. This was exciting. I can't wait to do it again. I'm excited for
Yeah.
your growth. I know skyrocket 10,000 subscribers. I feel like you're gonna go past that. I feel like that's gonna happen before the years.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name, amen. This is exciting. I'm good. I'm happy. Any last closing words that you have before we let the people go? They're very
Everybody. I guess y'all probably from my channel. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Cause does it tell you people like I
I don't
don't
think so.
know. So go support Vania MicKelle. Go subscribe to her channel. It'd be confusing.
Because they need to just make them all the same.
Right. Go subscribe to her channel. Okay. All right. And we are gonna do this again.
All the things.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We love
We
you
love you
too.
too. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And everybody have a great
This was
week.
fun. Yes. Have a great, a prosperous, productive, amazing week, even when things happen that irritate you or that make you mad. Your goal is to have a great week and don't let anything distract you from doing that.
Yes, Tabitha Brown.
That's right.
Yes.
All right, you guys are amazing. I love you all. Have a
Yes.
good night.
Good night.
Bye. Now, how I get out of this?
Girl, I'm about to hit the X and we're gonna see what happens.
Okay. All right, bye.
Bye bye.